Hello everybody, it's Aaron. Welcome to another episode of Feed the Beast. Since our last two episodes were fairly tutorial-like, I want to have some fun today. Excuse me. Before we get into the fun, a couple of quick little tips. If you have a gravity gun and let's say you've got 27 XP, you can't use your enchantment table. If you don't have your little pistons set up, you can pick up your bookshelves and move them to change the amount of XP that you can use to enchant. So I just had that situation, and I'll go ahead and let the cat out of the bag. The skeleton shard has 1,020 souls in it. I need 4 more to get to tier 5. So we're going to do that real quick, and then we're going to do something else. Before we do that, I macerated all my coal, if you recall. I started doing that in the last episode. Well, if you take your coal dust, put it around flint, you get a coal ball. If you send that coal ball through your compressor, then you get a compressed coal ball. And what you do with these is, you put those around obsidian, and then that will compress into a diamond. So this coal chunk will compress into a diamond. So essentially, every stack of coal that you've got will be 1 diamond, which is pretty awesome. So I had 8, and I went ahead and macerated them all. I'm going to turn them all into coal balls. And then I'm going to throw all of those. Did I forget one? Maybe I had 9. I'm going to go ahead and compress all of those and then put them around that obsidian. Excuse me. I should have brought some water in here with me. I definitely need to put a gold pipe back there because it's taking far too long for items to show up in the chest over here. So while that's in transit, the other thing we need to take a look at is the chunk loader. And you make that with an enchantment table, 5 gold ingots, and an ender pearl. This thing is really awesome. If you put it down here, it's kind of like a world anchor, except it doesn't take fuel. Well, you can determine what radius you want to load or stay loaded at any given time. And here's the coolest thing. Let me go back to Square. If you click Show Lasers, it shows you what's going to stay loaded while you're gone. Which is awesome. So when I get things going in the nether, unfortunately I just realized I don't have crystals yet, but I can just literally load 1 chunk and not have to load, a 3x3. So that's pretty cool. I'm just going to leave that right there in the middle for now. And look, here's our diamond. And our compressed coal balls are filing through, and then once those come through, like I said, I'll put them around the obsidian. You can also use bricks in place of the obsidian. It's 1 brick, which is, 4 little bricks. 4 of these. You know how it makes the brick block? You can use that instead of obsidian. So it's taken me like 4 or 5, well, more than that. It took basically all day yesterday to get this many kills. And basically I stood down here with a sword, and it's basically like a 15 block drop, I think, because I didn't feel like setting the whole thing up. So basically I just let them drop and then I whack them. And I've gone through about 6 or 7 swords, and we only need 2 more. I've gotten a ton of minium shards and a bunch of bones and arrows, a lot of which are upstairs now. So I just need 2 more of those guys, and then we can do what we're gonna do. All right, it's the final countdown. If that song wasn't copyrighted, I'd play it in the background right now, like Job Bluth, if you know who that is. Come on, guys. I hear him. So once you reach tier 5, to my knowledge, are you ready? This is the last one. Bam! Tier 5. From what I understand, once you reach tier 5, you can spawn up to 6 mobs at a time, 2 seconds apart. They spawn whether you are near the spawner or not. They don't pay attention to light levels, and you can turn the thing on and off with a redstone signal. So I'm going to put this one in here, and I don't even need that one anymore. That one was just kind of a mistake. So let me put my gravity gun away. I need to make something. And then we're going to go where we're going to go. Rubber boots, a hazmat suit, and the pants. Let's put, I gotta take my armor off, I guess. Let's see how we look. I gotta hit the F5 again. Safety orange is definitely my color, so I'm happy with this. The other Aaron told me that the hazmat suit is fireproof or somewhat fire resistant. So I figured I'd make one because we're going to the nether. And what we're going to do is we're going to set this type to blaze. And if you right click a spawner with a soul shard, it will go up a tier and it will destroy the spawner. So that's what we're going to do right now. And I want to get it up to, the way those work, I think you have to get up to tier 4 before you can put the spawner in a world where it doesn't belong. So I'm gonna have to double check that. I also need to get some glowstone and soul sand and netherrack and stuff. I want to get a blast furnace made in case we need steel. I don't know that we need it for anything right now. But we might need it. So those guys are no joke. I actually just enchanted a Vorpal sword, and I was hoping to get one of their heads. I think that's something that we need. And they will jump off stuff to come and get you. They do not want us in the nether. And if they touch you, you get this wither thing on you. And I don't know exactly what it does, but it doesn't seem pleasant. That's not the one I heard. See ya. Here it is. Well, I don't know why they're not spawning. I think there's another one right over here. Normally, blazes are everywhere when I come to the nether. Okay, there we go. Now, I didn't have this on my hotbar because, if you recall, if I killed something else with it, it would have set it to that type of soul shard, and I specifically wanted this to be for blazes. Oh, now all the mobs come. So if you notice, when we whacked that, it took the spawner away. Oh. It's really hard to see anything when you're on fire. There's another one of those guys. I want to kill them all. I want one of their heads. I think I want 3 of their heads. And I've never seen so many of them in this short of a time period. I think I've only actually seen like 1 ever. So if we look at this, we're already tier 3. So if I can find 2 more blaze spawners, then we can just make our blaze spawner in the overworld. And we won't have to worry about blaze rods ever again. I wonder if that other guy saw me. Now he did. There's another one over there. Man, they're everywhere over here. This is awesome. I've heard about people having a really hard time finding those guys. I'm just going to have a hard time getting their heads. Alright, so since we've done that, there probably aren't any more blaze spawners right around here. So I'm going to get some netherrack. With this awesome pick that I was bitching about last time because it didn't have fortune. But now I don't really mind so much. Alright, that's probably enough for now. I need to save some room for soul sand. I don't remember if I did this in an episode, but if you have an induction smelter, which we do, you can cook 1 soul sand and 3 netherrack, and you'll get nether brick. So I think that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to melt the rest of this into lava for the geothermal generators, and I'm not going to build the tank. I've done that in tutorials before, but I'm going to go ahead and wait and do that in an episode. So what I'm going to do in between episodes is I'm going to go ahead and set up all those thermal expansion machines and the magmatic engines, and I'll go ahead and, you know, melt some of the netherrack into lava for the geothermals. But I'll wait. Wow. Yeah, they're just like my dog. They let you into the backyard, but they don't want to let you out. But I'll wait. We'll do the rolling machine during an episode so we can make the tank walls, and then we'll set up the tank during an episode 2. Alright, well they already hit me. I'm just going to run. Since I'm not really taking fire damage, but these are taking damage. That's pretty cool though. I never knew that. I didn't even know there was a hazmat suit. Alright, let me see if I can get some of this without hurting the zombie pigman and pissing them all off. Without fail, whenever I'm doing something here, I'll be breaking some blocks and they'll just walk in front of me, and then I always hit them with something. They get pissed. And we did get a few more blaze rods, which is good. So even if I can't find Mistcraft crystals, we could put a liquid transposer in the nether with some of those aluminum cans and send them back and forth through an ender chest and empty them in the overworld and fill them up in the nether, obviously. The one thing we are going to need is magma cream for the blast furnace. And I don't remember if I found slime balls or not. But if you have slime balls, you can put them with blaze powder to make magma cream. So if I get a desert Mistcraft age, then that's really easy to find those flowers. Let me just get a little more. That's good enough for now. I know where it is. So we didn't die. That's a success in my book. And I think I only need 1 more blaze spawner to be able to put it up in the real world. Oh, I didn't get any glowstone. I wanted to do that too. There's some over there. Let's go get it. And let's leave the sticks since we have more fir wood than we know what to do with. More useless fir wood. So pretty soon I also want to make, I don't really see the point in making a diamond drill right now, since I've got all these awesome gem picks that I can enchant, and they're actually faster than the diamond drill. I get obsidian with my mining turtle, so that's not a big deal. So I don't think I'm going to make a diamond drill. I definitely want to make a jetpack though. And probably have to make some long fall boots with that so I don't crater. Man, this thing is touchy. I wanted to see if there just happened to be another nether fortress over here that I could consume a blaze spawner, but I guess not, so no big deal. I'll go in between episodes and see if I can find a couple more, and then... Or, you know what I do? Here's what I can do. See, I've heard that if you go north and south, you have a better chance of finding them. So I can just fade in, fade out, and then if I find one, I'll come back, and then we can kill it. Or I can do it in between episodes. Either way, it doesn't really matter to me. Let me see how long I've been at this. See, that's 19 minutes, and I gotta cut out some of the netherrack gathering. Really hard to calculate that sometimes. I don't really have a lot of hazmat armor, so I'll tell you what, I'm gonna go home and resupply, and I'll just do the I'll find a blaze spawner in between episodes, because the hazmat suit, hey dude, you don't have to go away. I should kill the portal so he has to stay here. I can't kill it without water. Oh! It let me put a block on my own face. I gotta kill that nether portal anyway. That's, as you know, I think that's fairly annoying. So we're gonna need now a netherrack barrel. Not bad, and I don't know how much soul sand we have. Eventually I'm going to get around to making a barrel for everything, and I'm going to only do a brief part of that in an episode because everybody's already done the old run your pneumatic tubes on top of the barrels and put a filter or transposer on a chest and everything gets sorted automatically because there's only the barrels only accept one type of item. So I'm not going to get too much into that during an episode because that is everywhere. It's all over Reddit. It's all over the YouTube. And so that's that. So, what's on our list of things to do? Me personally, I need to take all these. Shouldn't I have 56 of those? Is it still going? Okay, we're gonna do this right now because that's gonna annoy me so much. Where did my silk touch pick go? Look at all these picks and swords I have. It's ridiculous. There it is. Okay. So this is 7 more diamonds. I also need to make an assembly table so I can get some gates going. What am I looking for? Gold. Alright, so come on. See, it doesn't need to go quickly from there. So we'll do gold there. Come on. You used to have to give these things a redstone signal so they get a boost. And now it's like by default. So I'm not really sure if that's a bug or if the guy meant, or guy or girl meant that. Alright, so now we can put our stuff in here. And we'll see how much faster that is. I should note that this is cobblestone pipe. And cobblestone pipe has more friction than the pipe you make with smooth stone, the stone pipe. So items will not go as far in a cobblestone pipe as they will in a regular smooth stone pipe. That thing ready yet? It should go shooting in there any second now. There it is. Bam! That was fairly lackluster. Let's try something. I haven't tried to put a redstone signal on these things yet. Maybe they just glow by default. Let's put it right there. Let's see if that does any good. Yeah, didn't really do a lot. They do slow down through corners, but that should not make that much of a difference since it's like, you know, 2 sections. So I'll make some smooth stone pipe and see if that's the issue, and it may or may not be, I don't know. But anyway, I think that's going to do it. I don't remember if I did this before I put up the world download or not. Basically, I replaced all the dirt with that green stuff, and I wasn't sure how it was going to look, but I kind of like it. So I'm going to leave it, and I think I'm just going to patch up other things like that over here. I might do that one with red or white, I don't know. Anyway, that'll do it. As always, questions, comments, etc., put them down below. Right now, as soon as I finish recording, I'm going to set up all the thermal expansion machines, specifically the induction smelter, not the induction smelter, the magma crucible, and run pipes directly to the geothermal generators, and then next time we will make the rolling machine and get our tank set up so that we can get our lava filling up. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.